Goals you like to achieve, we're ahead to see you through. We're invested in you. We're invested in you. You can depend on us. We will take care of you with a legacy of commitment you can trust. How to walk along with you. Want you to know we care, and we will strive to do our very best to help in your success. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The Pick 4 game from the Caribbean Lottery gives you so many chances to win more. For just $1, you could win up to $4,000. Wager more and increase your prize up to 10 times. That's $40,000 up for grabs. Pick 4 can help you get that first car, pay off a student loan, cover school expenses, or help you take that dream trip with your loved one. What are you waiting for? Get more with Pick 4. Available at Caribbean Lottery retail agents island-wide. Must be ages 21 and over to play.
What would you do with extra cash?
Overhaul my wardrobe.
Plan a trip. Install a man cave with a 200-inch TV.
With CIBC First Caribbean, you can get comfy and save on your mortgage costs when you buy or build your home or switch your mortgage to us. With up to US $500 off insurance cost and up to US $1,000 off your application fee, your pockets will be comfy too. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/get comfy for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the morning show and welcome to On the Road for today, Wednesday, the 18th of October. Good morning to all of our listeners and good morning to all of our viewers. Yes, we are streaming live, so you like to see the show, you can do so via our YouTube channel. Look for ZIZ, you'll see On the Road. Click on that and you'll have access to listen and watch. Let me say good morning to Inspector Phipps and Sergeant Henry, who are in the studio with me already. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, GQ. And good morning to the listening audience who are listening via radio and the internet.
What's on our table for discussion for today, ladies?
This morning we'll be talking about pedestrian safety.
Oh, really? So what?
Yes.
Okay.
And in recent years, the world grows more and more advanced. The number of vehicles on our road continues to increase. While this may have its benefit, it also poses a great risk to pedestrians who use these roads every day. There has been a significant increase in the number of pedestrian accidents and fatality. The need for increased road safety measures to protect those who walk on the road. And however, even in developing countries, pedestrians are at risk. In many cities, pedestrians are forced to share the road with cars, trucks, and buses. Often with no designated walking lane or traffic signal, this can make it difficult for pedestrians to safely cross the road and could lead to dangerous accidents. So it is essential to recognize the importance of road safety for pedestrians and to take steps to ensure their safety. So we have governments, local authorities, and community must work together to develop and implement safety measures that prioritize the safety of pedestrians. So everybody have to come together to make sure that pedestrians are safe while walking on the road. And one important step that can be taken is to provide designated walking lanes and pedestrian crossing that are separated from vehicle lanes. This will help to reduce the risk of accident and make it easier for pedestrians to cross the road safely. We have crosswalks, and if you have the countdown, not only by the lights, it could be by a crosswalk. You have the countdown, and once that countdown is on for the pedestrian to cross, all moving traffic must cease. So these are some ways that we can make it safe for pedestrians. We can put the crosswalk, and we know in the country area especially, we don't have much sidewalks. But still, the drivers make sure that they are paying attention to the road and also the pedestrians.
Inspector Phipps?
Well, and that brings me to the point to tell you who is a pedestrian. And a pedestrian, anyone on foot any person with disabilities traveling in a wheelchair or a mobility device to help an individual overcome a disability. Whether we are commuting to the bus stop, whether we are entering a building, exiting a building, or just go out for a walk, we all are pedestrian at some point in time. So don't feel because you drive from point A to point B, you're not. You must come out of that vehicle to commute, to walk, to go somewhere or the other. Crossing any street and road are the most common location for pedestrian to get injured. Any street crossing can put a pedestrian in the pathway of a motor vehicle. And what makes matter worse is that maybe the drivers are not paying attention and cannot avoid by hitting the pedestrian who suddenly steps into the pathway. So as Sergeant Henry rightfully said, they are the crossing. And of course, you look around the island, you see we have a number of traffic wardens who man these areas to guide not just children but adults as well across safely. And while we are on this, we have Regulation 5(2)A of the traffic light signals, which give us the authority for pedestrians who fail to comply with the signal. So once you cross, you as a pedestrian can get a ticket as well. Notwithstanding, if you jaywalk, you could be arrested. Children and pedestrians with limited mobility are at greater risk than others on the road. Children have a limited understanding of the traffic and a little sense of danger. So you find sometimes they might be playing and they just run across the crossing, run across the street, or run from behind a parked vehicle, and they get injured. Adults too, because you see it every day. When they're getting off a bus, instead of they cross at the back, they tend to cross in front of the bus. And sometimes, as I said earlier, the drivers may not be paying attention. They might be doing, and then, bam, once they cross, a vehicle probably can come from opposite direction, and bam, they get injured. Also, with children, with regards to children, remember, children, the size, and some of us as drivers won't be able to see. And, as I said, they don't have the sense of danger to say, okay, this vehicle is coming full speed ahead, so I am in danger. Likewise, adults, too, they tend to, I could cross the road as I feel. Or GQ coming up, me like GQ, and I'm going to willfully walk across GQ for no reason, because you feel as though I have the right of way and GQ must stop. No, we have to done with that. We have the crossing. Things are much easier for us with the crossing. And as Sergeant Henry said, we have an increase every time the car boat is in. Trust me, we registered over 50 vehicles that week. Yes, so we have an increase in vehicular traffic, and so we are asking person to comply with all traffic signs. Another elderly persons too are more at risk because they don't have the same energy, the same mobility as we would, and so they tends to be more slow when crossing. So I'm asking drivers, if you see an elderly person on the crossway, even if they count down, that doesn't give you the right to blow your horn, and for once
use
you do that,
discretion.
exactly my point, use your discretion. So I leave it up for anyone to call.
Go ahead, sorry.
And not only elderly persons, remember we have disabled persons, person with disability, who cannot move as fast as someone who doesn't have one.
Right.
Especially in regards to hearing too, because sometimes the elderly have in hearing aid, and so we today we might be like this and tomorrow we're in their position. So we have to not just think for us but think for everybody, as safety is our number one priority.
I think you both score a point with Chaps this morning, because he's always indicating so. Talking about Chaps, the lines are now open, ladies and gentlemen. 465-2555. And for those of you in the United States and Canada area who would like to join our conversation, 718-577-2916. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, GQ.
Morning.
Good morning.
Calling from Sandy Point. Saturday morning, I'm coming up the road with a bag in my hand. Having 3 pills. When I was coming up by the Chinese here, a car was on the left side, and the upper side going up. The car didn't want to wait behind. The car come up, lick the bag, lick me on my side. I report it immediately to Sandy Point Police Station and to traffic. Up to now, nobody come to me to say nothing. I'm jacking out some query in Sandy Point. Up to this present moment, nobody come back to tell me nothing. So if he had knocked me down, he'd have knocked me down like a dog and leave me there. The number is PA 9388. When I called late in the afternoon, like Sunday afternoon, the police that was in charge said to me, oh, we find out that the vehicle is from St. Paul's and we're going to get back to you. Up to now, nobody get back to me. Not up to now. No, I'm saying, right, I had drive. If he had stopped and said he was sorry, I would admit it. Because it was nothing so dangerous. You understand me? Mm-hmm. But he didn't say nothing, and the fellow that was in front, at the driver, the next one, he just said, back me. I said, girl, where you going? And he turned off. A young lady was on the left side. Immediately, I asked her for a pen, and I wrote the number down. I called to the traffic, I called Sandy Point Police Station. Nobody, absolutely nobody sent on to me up to this moment. I had to call them back.
Okay, caller, we'll look into that and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Jacqueline at the project, you know me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, let's take this next call. All right. 465-2555, that's 2555, and 718-577-2916. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, GQ.
Hey, morning, Lester.
Good morning, Inspector Phipps, and good morning, Sergeant Henry. How are you all doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good morning.
This topic is so timely. And coming out of the whole conversation, the presentation was excellent. And for me, it's discretion. Because Inspector Phipps, you couldn't put it better. Just the other day, we were 20-something. Now we are up in the 50s. I am 50. I don't know about you. But I am getting up there. And we have to use discretion when you're on the road. And it irks me, especially the elders, when the elders are passing and person are rushing them, intimidating them. It's not a good thing at all. Because we don't know how long we're going to live, and we might be in the same position. So, coming out of this whole topic, for me, drivers, we need to use our discretion. And as you rightly say, we're not going to be in the vehicle all the time. At one time, we become pedestrians ourselves. And we have to take that into consideration and be more considerate when we're on the road. And especially the elders and children, because we, as you rightly said, children are not aware of certain things, so these are the things we have to take into consideration. But it's a timely topic, and I hope other person can make a contribution to the topic. You all have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. While we wait for some more calls, anything else you would like to, well, stick a pin there. Let's take this call. Good morning, you're live.
GQ, good morning, and good morning to the officers there.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a question. Is the lighting on your vehicle changed to any color? Like that, I think when we get the license, it was supposed to be a white light. I was in the Federation a few days ago, and there's some vehicle coming head on to you with yellow light, blue light, white light, and then a dimming. So you either stop or something. So I don't know if the traffic code change that they could use these lights and think something needs to be done.
All right, thank you for raising it. I'll let the...
Yeah, man, GQ, yeah, good.
Yeah, man, blessed love. I'll let the officers respond to you.
No, sir. The law said 2 white lights, that's the headlight. But what happened, we find persons, owners or drivers of buses tends to put on these colored lights, and so it's an offense. Anything that they put on the vehicle is unauthorized, so it's an offense, and we always out there and giving tickets for that.
Good morning, you're live.
Mr. Liebert, good morning to you. Good morning to Inspector Phipps and Sophia Henry. Good morning to you all.
Morning.
I must say, at this talk show, and Wednesday in particular, though it is echoed earlier on Monday in the week, the officers who news through there comes and speak about a lot of things that are being done and good things they expected initially would take the initiative to do. But this morning, topic about pedestrian safety is really, really good to hear. But the first caller did call and make a complaint about a report of something that take place. And it's unfortunate that they haven't got back to the caller. Case in point, a testimony of that. I made a report on a police officer who have done something derogatively and was rude and aggressive to me for months, almost a year. And I keep following up. That's who I am. I follow up. The last person I spoke to is the person who takes the information about the report I made about the police officer. Nothing been done. Professional standard hasn't and never called me. So I am wondering if there is justice, if there is these things can be dealt with. And because you're a police officer and I report you, and I know who you are, your police officer, don't take it to the appropriate set of people in the department that need to be dealt with that situation. I don't understand it. I really don't. And I'm glad to hear you all talking about pedestrian safety. It is true, based on my observation, I recognize that no vehicle are parked in the driveway of the circumference of the circus anymore. That is good. But then, why don't you apply that to pedestrians for them to walk there? Because that's what the purpose of the area is for pedestrians to walk there. Instead of walking in traffic where there could be accident, where it could be avoided, and where it is more sensible. Why don't you all apply that too to pedestrians? Speak of these things to everyone. And I agree with you all about talking of pedestrian safety, but in case in point, pedestrians are not safe in the circus because they're walking into traffic where the vehicle's supposed to drive. So please, all you think of considering it. Thanks for listening, everybody, and have a good day. Goodbye.
Thank you for your call, Inspector.
As regards to report against police officer, trust me, believe me, once someone make a report on us, within the next day, we are summoned to the report and complaint office. Probably they haven't reached back to you yet, but trust me, they will call you.
All right, back to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, GQ.
Hey, morning, politics.
And good morning to Inspector Phipps there and to Sergeant Henry.
Good morning, sir.
Now, I hear people complaining all the time. I myself had the same problem about reporting things and then respond. And I hear people complaining about the same thing. I know that you are the try, you are best. We ain't gonna say everybody perfect, everybody do the work. I like. And I hear, when we hear these things that people report things and then get a respond back from the police. And I believe that the more consistent you all be to those report, I believe that these people will pull up the socks, you know. Because some of them don't make brag. Say, no study she man, if she went to station with me, the police don't even bother with me. The police don't even bother with me. I study them there. All them kind of ignorance I hear from some of them. I really hear these things. And with the pedestrian person, I believe some of the drivers, them, all of them are all right. I not tell you, up to this man, I was down the road. As soon as I was down the road, crossing the road. And about 5 vehicles coming up from that way, and more 6 coming from that way. And when the driver stopped and allowed me to pass, but the next one was coming from west now. He was racing up to come up. I just signaled him and said that, just point to see the driver indicating me to let me pass. I don't know the holiness. When they touch somebody, and the person want the police to investigate the matter, they got to wait. Look how they be. Look how they be, they got to wait. So I just can't understand big people, big men and big women who got a license driving and driving so ignorant and so careless on the road, getting into these casual accidents. All right then, good program, as usual.
All right, man. All right, good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, morning, chaps.
Good morning. I'd just like to commend the police on the program today. It's very nice, very timely. But just one more thing I would like for them to do some more sensitization of the general public when it comes to to the crossings and stuff like that, because a lot of the drivers, although we're supposed to know, a lot of us do act like we do not know, and we drive like we head ain't good. A lot of us do. I hear I saying us, because I'm a driver too, and I put myself in that same category. But if you do some more sensitization on radio and TV, and showing us how to do the crossing and that kind of stuff, I think that would be a great thing to do. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, officers. Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Good morning, you're live.
Good day, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I like the topic here on about the behavior of police. On the 10th of July, I went to the Old Road police station to make a complaint about down in the Challengers Riverbed, where the big buses park on your left-hand side. And when you're coming from Boston, you have to go on the right and putting your life in danger. The officer at the station was eating. Listen to me. And when I came to the conclusion, I asked her, I haven't seen her witness anything. She's going to enter it into the system. And up to the last time I checked, she did not enter anything. And this is how sometimes your police treat decent, educated, and responsible citizens. You want them like, in this day, like they're fools. Okay? A very serious matter that can cause a serious traffic accident. She eating, she didn't write down nothing, and when I back-checked it, she did not put a thing in the system. And like I'm going to repeat before, this is how some of your police treat decent, educated, and responsible citizens. Like they're fools and treat them in this day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carla. Yes, this system that she's talking about is not written on paper now. It is done electronically. So, she don't have to write it, but she take the report and she put it in the system. But I don't know, you say you back check, I don't know about that. But the thing is I've spoken more than once about that same con. I spoke to persons from tourism, and I highlight the challenges that persons who driving have when these taxi drivers stop. So we'll see this month, because this month is tourism season again, and we'll see how it happened this time. Okay, sir?
All right. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, police officer without pay.
And you're late this morning.
Hello?
You're late this morning.
No, I've been trying long time with the phone ringing, and nobody won't pick up yet. But thank God I'm in. My name is Vincent Roberto Benjamin, a.k.a. all the nickname in the world is mine. And when God created this world, He created man to walk on foot. And then man want to get to where they go in a quicker time, and they invent wheels. Then man turn around and use the same wheel to knock down other people off of foot. Well, what I'm saying here today, a lot of people now in the Federation are saying it's news. They fall in the habit, what happening out there in America. Drive, and when you see people in the street, they knock them down, and they go. Hit and run. That behavior is happening here, according to what the lady, the first caller said. That is bad, it is wrong, and if people do not respect other people's lives and their rights to walk across the road when they're supposed to walk across and they knock them down, what does happen in America, going to happen here. What happened up above, it's going to trickle come down on the ground. You know what I'm talking about? And we don't want that to happen. It will be a disgrace and a shame to see that kind of behavior have to happen here, because no justice. Hear what the lady say? No police came to her yet. So she could have get she handbrake, knocked down in grass or whatever it is, and somebody asked she used the phone to call the police, and nobody come up to this morning. That is sad. They getting pay. And all who getting pay, work for your money. If you ain't work for the money, give up the work to somebody who want the work, get it, and take the money. Too many lazy people ain't doing the work. I'm not accusing you all, because you all come on the radio and educate with the listeners. Thank God for you all. Thank God for you all. And if fed up or fed up, that's why you all ain't hear me for a while, you know. But I decide today, my conscience ain't going to go so without I release it. Thank you all. Have a good day.
All right,
Thank you, Carlo.
PWOP still and all the nickname mine.
All right,
It's mine. Even cockroach and rat call me.
all right, Culture. Any response to Culture? Oh, okay, we could take a next call if you like. All right. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning, good morning. I'm a taxi operator concerning the area there in Challenger village where the taxi them do stop to make that historical stop. You see, everyone stopped there because it is a historical area. I don't know if everyone will agree. And if anyone know the history of there, we have to explain the history. But there is a piece of over on the, when you're coming from Bastia, on the right hand side, there is a little piece of hill there to go inside of the estate. If government could just move that hill, so when the taxis them come down, we could just drive straight on there instead of blocking the area then, because it's a customary thing. Everybody gonna stay there, even though that traffic gonna say this and traffic gonna say that. Everybody gonna stay there to just explain the history maybe for 2-5 minutes or whatever. So it's an easier way. Sometimes we have to come and look at things and see what we can do. So I would like you as the traffic officer to take a drive down there. On your right-hand side, you will see what I'm talking about. Just where the sign is. If we could just take off that piece of hill right down to the bus stand, we will have a level area there to accommodate any amount of vehicles. And we could just drive round and come and get back on the main road, if that is causing a traffic problem. But we just can't pass that area. It's a lot of history there.
Thank you for your suggestion and thank you for expressing that, man.
Yes, okay.
All right, we just have about 4 more minutes left inside of the program. If you have a concern, a question, or suggestion like the caller before, you can do so, 465-2555. And for those of you in the United States and Canada area, you can use our exchange line, 718-577-2916. Let me just send a quick shout out to those of you there in the Bahamas watching and listening to us this morning. Good morning and thanks for being in tune. Inspector Phipps, Sergeant Henry, anything from you before we wrap up? That seemed to be it for us this morning.
The safety of all road users, especially pedestrians, is important because we are not protected if we are in an accident. As a pedestrian, it is our responsibility to make ourselves visible and avoid dangerous behavior and situation. Example, when we are taking early morning walk or jogs or late afternoon, always wear reflective vests. Follow the rules of the road and obey the signs and signals. Walk on sidewalks whenever they are available. If there is no sidewalk, walk facing the traffic as far as possible from the traffic. Cross street at crosswalks or intersection. And don't forget, go back to basic. Look left, look right before you cross.
Head up, phone down. Distracted walking incident are on the rise, and everyone with a cell phone is at risk. We are losing focus on our surroundings and putting our safety at risk. The solution: stop using phone while walking, and not just in crosswalks and intersections, especially when we are exercising or a casual walk. We need to stay aware of our surroundings.
Head up, phone down.
Yes.
That sounds like a song coming. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for listening.
9 o'clock report is up next. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll be back next week, same time, same place, to do it all over again.
Life and property and all the results of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving. This nonsense need to stop.